Alright, with our storage drawers done for the moment, we can start with silent gear. The fun of silent gear. Where to begin? Okay, so probably noticed on a bunch of stuff, like this white wool we have here. If you hold down left control, it's going to come up with a whole bunch of stats and things, and it kind of looks very confusing. Once you get used to it, it's not too bad. It kind of comes down to what all the different materials do. Welcome powdered snow without. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so that's a trait. So we got traits at the start. So a trait, if we use white wool for stuff, which we can use at the top, we have categories. So main is like the main ingredient. Then we can also make a grip and a lining, which we'll go into in a little bit. But yeah, so we got traits. You got a tier. Tiers kind of important. More for repairing, but it is kind of lets you know like what material grade you're using. So normally the higher tier, the better it is. And down the bottom, you got a whole bunch of stats, which will apply to different things. So all these main ones, so armor durability, how much it's enchanting, chargeability, I think is if you supercharge it, which is like end game stuff. We'll get into that much later. Rarity, how rare it is. Armor is how much armor if we make it into armor, and how much magic armor. And then grip and lining is add-ons to it. So that's for wool, and you'll kind of find that on a lot of stuff. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of bits in. So bones is a good one that you might not know, or a tool rod. It's good for. It's like a little secret one. It's good for any kind of weapon, because that attack damage down there is for weapons. Not for range though. I think range has its own stat. Like if you look at a feather, that'll be for a projectile. Yeah, so that's for arrows. The fletching. I've never actually made the arrows. I never bothered. I made a bow and then I used normal arrows and it was like, keeps good. Okay, so if I grab diamonds. Actually, the first thing we need that you should spawn with, I think you can make it two as well. We run up here. I believe I left it this thing. Okay. This will give you some starting blueprints to help you begin with, but you also want to make the book, because the book's really useful. Okay, so if I at silent gear. So we'll kind of cover gems as well, because gems add a whole bunch of stuff. But for the moment, just now, if we're building the tools and stuff, we don't really need them. And where is our book? I think I'm scrolling back. Okay, to make the book, we need template boards, book, and that wool, and have to be light blue wool. Alright, I think we're safe for that. So we could make a knife, but I'm just gonna skip it and make the Topia knife just for the moment, just because that's way easier. So I have the Topia knife. Iron touch. Make a knife. But I'll go into how to make the knife normally. Just that one's just way easier to make. Okay, we need jungle log. That'll do. Alright, we don't have any EMC. Let's put it down. Okay, so if you put your little knife and a jungle log together, you get these template boards. Now you can use these to make a one of these, but it's sort of like a one-time use. So these are permanent and will last forever. And the template boards, so you can make like a template for a sword, but then as soon as you use it, it'll vanish. So it's not really worth it at all. I wouldn't recommend it. You will need blue dye though, so you will have to have a bunch of blue dye saved up. Oh, I lost it again. Alright, let's go back. Oh, one book. Okay. One book. So it'll seem confusing at first, but once you get used to it, it's really easy. And then just all comes down to... There we go. So now, knife. If we open this up, we can put all these in here. So this is just like an easy way to carry them all, because there is like a lot of them. So what other ones can we make? Tip upgrade is a good one. We need paper, some stone. Actually, we'll make some of these first. So we'll need a bunch of paper and some blue dye, which is why I have this blue dye on me. And then I'll grab some paper. Yeah, so if you're just starting out, it's probably worth, actually we might get some EMC paper. Going mining, I'd say, like go mining, get some diamonds. I kind of want obsidian as well. So I had higher tier stuff because I went to the nether. But I don't know if we'll use it. Maybe I'll just use obsidian and I'll show you with obsidian, because obsidian's probably the best you can make without going to the nether. Line up. There we go. Okay. That around. Need a bunch of these. We might have to make more. There might not even be enough. So tool rod you get. Tip upgrade. We need stone. Okay, so tip upgrade. Boom. Alright, we got a tip upgrade. We add that one to the book. Codeine. Need a diamond and an emerald. Go up here. Some of these might be expensive, some of these you might not be able to make straight away, but that's okay. You can just like make your tools better as you go. Oh, I only have 4. Alright, we're gonna use 1 for this. Codeine. Alright, we got our codeine. Grip. Got grip. Binding. String. Where are we up to? Alright. Binding. So I'll explain what these do in a little bit as we get into it. I'm just going to make every one I can, pretty much. Fletchling. Oh, I don't have a feather. Right, we'll skip fletchling for now. Sword, I think we already had. Katana, we don't have. So katana. Machete. Spear. Knife. I'm gonna skip over. Dagger, yeah. You can skip some of these because you might not make most of these. So a paxel, I believe, is mainly a pickaxe, but then it's a shovel and an axe combined, and it works the best as a pickaxe. Excavator, I think, is just the shovel, and the saw is just like the hatchet. Right, hold on, we ran out of room. We're gonna have to. Oh, we'll just dump all of these now. Although eventually we want to tip lining. I'm just gonna put some of these up here at the start. Builder's tool. We do have a normal shovel. So I'm not 100% what the excavator does then. Just leave these here. It doesn't matter if you have a gap, it'll skip your gaps. Sometimes people just do them, and last time I did them in like this order. So what do we got? A mattock. I ran out of sticks. I believe a mattock is a hoe and then an axe and a shovel combined. Prospectus hammer, I need some iron for that one. Cool. Fishing rod. Bow. Crossbow, you can make a slingshot which shoots arrows. But we're gonna... oh yeah, I ran out of paper. Okay, I need more paper. Okay, I'll plunk all the... okay. And then we'll run over. Open a stick of paper. I should have just EMC'd the what was it? This? Oh, that's it. I probably should have just EMC'd that because you can EMC it all. Alright, so we got armor now. We'll make all of these ones. Yeah, if you guys don't have enough mats for now, don't panic. You can like come back to them. These last two are if you have the this thing, which also applies to silent gems. Which will probably, I'll leave those ones for the end, and for now we'll just make some basic tools. Now we have this underway. Then we got our armor as well. Okay, so once you've done all that, you got your blueprints. I'll just put that's good. I'll put all that stuff away in a little bit. We can start making tools. Now, if you already have some tools, like I have diamond leggings with protection, diamond boots with feather falling, a diamond helmet, a diamond pickaxe. What else have we got? A shovel as well. Efficiency, unbreaking, and fortune. I'm glad that's on here. If you put in a crafting table, you can convert it. So that will now be a silent gear shovel and a silent gear pickaxe. Put that back there for now, so we can do that with the armor as well. That one. That one. Okay, so now these are all just like basic. Just trying to see, I think it's right. So all it has is diamond legging plates. This is pretty much just basic. It has no upgrades, which is like normal armor, but not for silent gear. Alright, so we'll start with our pickaxe. So I found a really good material. You guys can like check as you go. That's like the fun of it once you know what you're doing. How much is it? That one? Okay. So I'm not sure. We'll find out if we can just convert this straight over. So if you put your book in here, it'll tell you what you're making. So this is a tool rod. So if you want to find out how to make it, there is it U? If you hit U on it, oh, tool rod. That right click? Yeah, if you right click it. It will give you kind of an idea of how to make it. So tool rods, tool sticks like that. And now if we look on our obsidian, so I kind of shrunk mine, but obsidian for some reason is like so big, it's really hard to see. This has a lot of stats and stuff on it. So crushing to increase armor or decrease attack damage as gear is damaged. That means we don't want to use that for our tool rod for our pickaxe. So instead, what has a good rod? What's this one? Gear gets a synergy bonus if base value is more than 100%. Gear sometimes takes action. So there's this synergy thing where they like work better together. I'm not exactly 100% on the synergy. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting simple ores and a couple of add-ons for it, because it just adds way more stuff that you can use. Okay, so we need some iron. Enough, we're gonna have to put a diamond in there. Okay, and we'll grab some more diamonds. Right, some iron for now. Okay, so you got your book. So if we put iron in here, because it looked like iron was the best, this will make us a tool rod. And so that tool rod has magnetic. It adds durability, enchantability, rarity, and attack damage. Now if we put in our diamond pickaxe here and we put in a tool rod, we can add a tool rod to it. So if we hold down right, left alt, you can see it'll be a diamond pickaxe head with a iron tool rod. And if you want to know what you can add to this stuff, if you hold down left control, so we can add a binding, a coating, a grip, I'm not sure what miscellaneous is, a tool rod, and a tip upgrade. So you can like upgrade these, change these out, and like make some really cool tools. We got harvest level 3, which means we could use obsidian. What is this? Harvest level 3. Harvest speed of 8. Okay. So we could add a tip to it, but that's not really going to improve it at all. If you want to know how to repair, I'll go into that as well. But yeah, so we gain magnetic from this as well. So now we'll have magnetic on here. If I do that and then grab this. Oh, it technically had a wooden tool rod in it. Okay. Now I have heard there was a way to make it longer or something. Iron tool rod. If I add, hold on, let's look at this. Let's look quickly, because if you add a long tool rod, here we go. This is what we're looking for. Okay, I found out what it was. So instead of doing this, you add an extra one, which will give us 2 long iron tool rods, which gives us 1 reach. And if I put it here, it'll be a long iron tool rod. Alright, sweet. And then I'll tip that out. That's not good. Oh, that gave us 1 back. Okay, so now we got a diamond pickaxe with a long iron tool rod. And then if we cut back over here, you now add a coat in, a grip, or a binding. So that's when we want to find materials. So this one will make a lining and a grip, which will add flexible 1. Gear occasionally takes less damage. It'll add a harvest speed, attack speed. Oh, repair efficiency plus 20%. Okay, that's really good. So we might use wool for this one. So you might have to mix and match. There might be better stuff. I think leather was a good one too for something. It occasionally takes less damage, plus 1 armor durability. Oh, for grip, flexible 3, durability, repair, harvest speed plus 15%. Oh, so that one makes it repair a little better. This one makes it harvest quicker. I might use the leather instead then. What else do we have? So you can kind of like just grab random materials and see if they have any EMC value at all. Oh, I'm sorry, not EMC. Any silent gear stats to them? Yeah, you might find some weird stuff that has stats. I know. Where's string? String was for a cord. Yeah, so we got grip. If grip will use leather. Not a tip upgrade, but I don't know if anything's better than diamond. Ibis level 2. Ibis level 3. Ibis speed. It could add some bonuses though as a tip. We might go up because we might have some materials that are better. And check quickly. There's glowstone. Oh, place phantom lights when used. Gear and tool upgrade. Illustrious. Tool gains a large harvest speed boost when in the light. Oh, that sounds cool. Attack damage +2, range speed, harvest speed. Okay then, maybe we'll use those instead. We'll use glowstone. We can make a tip upgrade. I'll put in glowstone. Grab out this one. Okay, oh, we need leather too, don't we? Put in. Oh, no. Oh, it's not this many, is it? Alright, that should hopefully do. Alright, so if we put our book in and we select tip upgrade, scroll through all these, script coding, tip upgrade, put a glowstone in, then we got a tip upgrade. So we also probably want to make, oh, my back key never works with this, I should rebind it. What else was it? A grip. A grip, we need a leather. Now if we put our little pickaxe in here and we add a little thing, we can see now it's got a glowstone pick upgrade. That means all them traits that are popping up. We got brittle, it sometimes takes extra damage, which is not the best, but it's okay. Tools gain a large harvest speed when in light. Magnetic will pull it towards it, and this torch will it'll also place phantom lights when used. That means it'll always be in light, so it'll harvest really quickly. And then if we hold left control, it's tier 3. It's got harvest level of 3. It's got a harvest speed of 11.2, attack damage and attack speed, which we don't, doesn't really matter because we're not attacking with it. When it's in my main hand, it does hit for 7.3 damage though, so it hits like pretty hard. So we'll add that one, and then if we add a little grip, the grip will add all of those stats and flexibility to it. If we hover over here, it'll now also have flexibility, so gear occasionally will take less damage. Which will kind of, doesn't cancel out the brittle, but it'll, in a way it kind of does. So now if we right click this, we got a diamond pickaxe with the base material is diamond. We've used a long iron rod to give it some more reach, some glowstone to make it go quicker, and a leather grip to make it take less damage. This mod is pretty cool, and then like once you get used to it and like the combining of stuff and things, the real problem you kind of get stuck on is just making these little bits here. But I think, so if I right click it, it was one of these. Part 2 tool rod. So if you kind of fiddle with it, eventually you'll find a way to make it. Like the machete or the katana. So the weapons I found, the good one is to click on these. If I go to... let's just go to dagger, because you can't normally do a dagger. The dagger is a tool rod and that thing. So normally, if you put, I guess, a tool rod and one iron there, that will make a dagger. So as an example. And if we go to our book, go to... oh, I missed it. Iron knife. Oh, I set to knife now instead of dagger, but it must be the same. So that'll make us an iron knife. And then if it doesn't work, hold on. I'll find a tool that we actually start from the beginning. We got one long rod already. I always like the katana. Oh, to do that though, hold on, I need a tool rod. So go to axe, shovel, pickaxe. Oh no, I missed it. No! Alright, hold on, just get through. I should rebind it, but I'm just lazy. Board, grip, coding, tip, tool rod. Alright. And then we go bang, bang, bang. Does that not make a... Pretty sure this can be a tool rod. Boom. Why is this not making a tool rod? This should make a tool rod, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let me get more bones. And if I... Pretty sure I should make a tool rod. Fill it up more. Why do bones not make tool rod? Oh. Tool rod blueprint. Right. Can I not just make these into a tool rod? We should just be able to... Yeah, that's a tool rod, isn't it? That is a tool rod. I've updated this a lot. Can you not use bone at the moment for a tool rod? Right, let's find out. So a katana is that. It goes down the bottom. So if we go to... Oh no, of course I missed katana. Come back. Katana. Alright, if I take this out... What would this count as? Oh, here we go. Bone tool rod. Can I put an extra... Trying to see if I can make a long... so you can't make an extra reach, I don't think, with this tool. It's bone tool rod, since we couldn't just make a normal one. So what does obsidian give us? Attack damage, attack speed, and reach. We don't want to use obsidian. Let's see what a diamond is. Yeah, sometimes takes extra damage. Here occasionally takes less damage. Alright, let's check out. Attack damage is 7.6, speed is... Oh yeah, you do get minus speed. So 7.6 minus 2.6. What's this one? $7.6. Oh. So I think we get a lot more... Increases attack damage or decreases range damage. Or increases armor or decreases attack damage as deers damage. Oh. Yeah, I made an obsidian one last time, but maybe it's better for this one. Gear sometimes gear occasionally takes less damage. Oh, so flexible cancels with brittle. So because it has brittle, I don't think flexible will work. Don't want to make a glowstone one, I don't think. So I could use the crimson, but if you guys haven't been to the nether and mined up some crimson. So maybe just gotta repair it a lot. Increases attack damage or decreases rain damage as it is damage. I don't know if these two will cancel each other out. Alright, screw it. So we made a obsidian katana. There we go. And then if we look here, we can add a binding, a coating, a grip. So all that goodness again to it. So if we go to hammer, sword, I missed binding. This grip. Alright, we'll do grip. There's that one. So normally you put a couple of these in when you do it. So you can make like a whole bunch once. You can make a couple of grips. So you don't just do it one at a time. You also notice it changes the more stuff you add to it. So because we got the bone tool rod, it's like white. So you can like keep upgrading it bit by bit Okay, now for the tip. Oh, I haven't posted damage. Alright, I will rebind this in the next episode, so I don't have to stuff around. Diamond tip, what does that add? So we'll get +2 damage and +1 magic damage, which doesn't really matter at all. We will get brittle and lustrous. What do those do? Tool gains a large harvest speed when in light. Harvest tool and gear type, harvest tool and material count 3 or material ratio. I think brittle makes it like a little bit. Does give us attack damage though. See, what does one of these give us? Malleable, make it come closer, just 1 attack damage. This glowstone. Oh yeah, that was better for the other ones. Well, this gives us +2 attack damage though. Well, maybe we should use glowstone. Oh, this is +2 as well. Yeah, I don't know if we want the lustrous. Glowstone kind of does sound better. Just that straight up. Alright, we're gonna do glowstone for this one. You can kind of mix and match. It's hard to say like what is the best because there's like so much stuff you can add, especially if you add different ones. So now we got a tool rod, a leather grip, a glowstone tip. What else could we add to this one? Where's my this katana? There's binding. We could do coating. Have you found anything that can be used? Coating? Grip. Does this take a line? No, it doesn't take a line, dude. That. Binding. Oh, here we go. This one can be used as a binding. So if we cycle through... Of course I miss it, as is customary. Binding. Alright, so we put a binding here. We put some string, and then that'll make a little binding. Actually, we'll make 2 of these, because we probably add one of these to our pickaxe as well. We pop that in there. So now we got a binding as well. I'm going to put that in there. Got a binding as well, which you can see is giving us flexibility. It's losing durability. It's gaining armor and repair efficiency. This isn't armor that's meant to change. Oh, that changed that like around there. That looks cool. Yeah, so now we can see we've got a... So this is made from obsidian, the base blade is. And we've got a bone tool rod. Added a leather grip, a glowstone tip upgrade, and a string binding. So now this hits for 10.6 attack damage and has a 1.15 attack speed. And a durability of 3,456. And then I will show you quickly how you upgrade tools. So to build a basic one of these, we need a... What is this? Hold on, there's just a stone, a stick, more of these template boards, which we already went through. So if I grab this, I can make a very crude one. And now the more you upgrade this is the efficiency. So this only repairs 30%, this repairs 35%. Oh, I need some more boards. This is like the only time you use the boards, really. So now if we go like this, we can make an upgraded one. So if we put that back in there. And what do I need? Iron tool rod. I have an iron tool rod, what do you mean? Oh, it's just an iron rod. Okay, there you go. Upgrade one of these. And let's throw that dirt away. Okay, so now I've upgraded this as much as I can. Just keep going in your materials, it's definitely worth having. How did I get with a crude one? Alright, whatever, we'll put that there. I don't need any of this. So what you want to do is look at your tools. So this is where your tier comes in handy. So we got tier 3 and tier 3. So we need to find a tier 3 mats. My favorite is obsidian. Mainly because of like the EMC value. So if you put your little repair kit in here, and we chuck it in, and you'll see it's filling up. And then we just keep doing this. And then once we get it full, so you can stop at any point, but you can like, the higher it is, I think the more you can put in it. So as long as we don't go to tier 4, we should be fine for now. Okay, and then once you can no longer grab it out, you know it's full. So then if you grab out your material, so this is filled with tier 3, so if we put this in here and our tier 3, we can repair this to full. And then you can just carry that around on you. So you can have like your little repair kit and repair as you go. So that'll apply for armor as well if you put it in there with armor, if you need to repair your armor. And that's kind of like the basics of silent gear. It's just like find the materials. Once you get used to like durability, armor durability, enchantability, like what those all apply to. So armor, the pink one, is for armor, you know, range, damage and range speed is for your bows, projectiles for your arrows, attack damage and speeds for your weapons, harvest for your tools, and top stuff is just like general stuff for it. Durability is how much it'll last, armor durability, good it, like how lucky it is for enchanting. Chargeability is for later on, and I think rarity is just how rare it is. So yeah, that's kind of your basics into silent gear. And then I'll do some armor in the next episode. I'll probably cut this one because it's probably going to be a long one. But yeah, once you get used to it, it's like really fun. You can make some like crazy cool tools with some cool stuff on them.